So I'm curious because your boobs are wonderfully big and wonderfully natural. When did they start to really grow?
I want to say it was about 5th grade.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
They just started.
Okay.
And then like, I remember the summer of 6th grade and like the guys all of a sudden the boys liked me and everything. And I was just like,
so
what are you doing?
So you didn't get teased for it?
No.
Interesting. Cause I've heard that sometimes, cause kids are mean.
Oh yeah.
That they might.
Sure.
So, and then did they just grow at kind of a steady rate or did it go in spurts?
I mean, I think it was like a normal rate for every girl. I don't know. Of course we're all different, but in general, from 11 to 16ish or whatever, but mine just grew faster.
Okay.
You know what I mean? To get to the size that they grew more.
Okay.
I was always ahead of the other girls there.
Sure. But because I've heard that also sometimes women, when they're, older, they can hit growth spurts with their boobs.
I mean,
or is that just more like with pregnancy? Or
yeah, I can see pregnancy doing that for sure.
Okay.
But
or gaining weight maybe.
Yes, I was gonna say that. I don't think women developed any extra breast tissue.
Okay.
But like gaining weight, of course, will add more fat deposits.
Yeah. So have you liked having really big boobs for the most part?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I contemplated once having a reduction way back, like 03, 04.
Okay. So before you started modeling.
Yeah. And the doctor, he was like, "Are you really in pain?" I'm like, "No." And he's like, "All right. So why do you want them smaller?" I was like, "I don't know. They're just big,
Yeah, right.
And he's like, "I would suggest not doing it then." He's like, "If you just want them to be regular size because they're just big," he's like, "you're going to regret it later."
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, well, because you think doctors now you want something done electively and they'll just be like, okay, fine.
And well, I was also trying to go through insurance at the same time.
Oh, okay.
And he was like,
there you go.
Yeah. And so since they don't hang really low and they don't look heavy, and he's just like, I don't think insurance is going to cover it on one hand. And on the other hand, if you're not in pain, it's not affecting my sleep or my work or anything like that. He's like, I would just suggest you don't do it.
So you don't have back pain then?
No, I really don't. I think it was because I've grown up with these, and so my muscles have adjusted. I don't know.
Well, because like there were when you see actresses, you remember Soleil Moon Frye? She was in Punky Brewster.
Punky Brewster.
Yeah,
yep.
she developed really big boobs as she got older.
But she's tiny.
But she was
too.
she's like 5 foot. She was like 105 pounds or something. So
she's teeny tiny.
She had a lot of weight up there, and obviously, but then again, also Hollywood, much to my consternation, does not give, in my opinion, enough respect to women with very, very large breasts. Like to them, very big boobs are like C cups.
Right.
And that they push up in a major way.
Yeah.
And it just seems like when I was looking at
always trying to keep the petite look.
Like one of my dream projects I wanted to do was a movie about Russ Meyer. Do you know who he is?
No.
Okay, he was a filmmaker from the 50s, 60s, and 70s, and he was known for making these sexploitation movies that starred really busty women. So, because his thing was he loved movies and he loved really busty women, so he combined the two. But this was back, and so he started making movies before you had the rating system in movies.
Okay.
So you could only show them, and you didn't really have adult movie theaters back then either. So they were very like, hard underground films to watch. And then eventually as movies became more, you could do more in movies, he was able to, actually he worked with like 20th Century Fox later on. But anyway, he was always, doing, and if he was always making movies with really busty women. And there was a biography written about him called Big Bosoms and Square Jaws.
Okay.
Which is a great biography. So really interesting guy. But I was thinking to myself, if I ever made a movie about this guy, or if a movie was made, that they should hire actresses with the actual cup sizes of the women that they're portraying.
Mm.
So because
otherwise,
well, like for instance, you
real.
couldn't cheat a Hollywood actress to say have boobs the size of yours unless she was actually that busty.
Right. Yeah.
So, but yeah, I don't know. It seems like, and it's weird because it seems like culture still tends to find ways to make fun of women with really large boobs.
Yeah, sometimes they do. It's like we got all the boobs but no brains.
Yeah, which I've never and I've never liked that.
Mm-mm.
And I don't understand how the correlation happens. I said this in my last podcast too, or my last episode too, but but yeah, the bigger boobs and no brains, because it's not like you had a choice in how they grew.
Right.
So,
Yep.
But
they just did.
So is there anything that you don't like about them? Or are you pretty
Yeah, I mean, I don't like that I can't wear like cute little crop tops or whatever, like just with no bra whatsoever.
Sure.
Because mine they'll like swing and
yeah, they're
that
hard
would be too much attention.
Yeah.
And I have to buy swimsuits like a different size on top than on bottom. But other than that, I don't really have any.
Do you find it hard to find good bras?
Yes, I actually don't wear bras.
Oh, okay.
I usually wear tank tops with like a shelf bra in it.
Interesting.
Yeah. And so, or maybe sometimes a sports bra, but hardly ever a sports bra. Just a tank top with a shelf in it.
Sure.
It's more comfortable. It's less layers, I guess, also.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't like bras. The straps on my shoulders and they itch and dig in. And every single bra that's made for these have like a wire in them, and it's just super uncomfortable.
Sure. Do you tend to wear clothes that show more cleavage, less cleavage on a regular basis?
I don't do it on purpose always, but it's almost like any shirt I wear shows cleavage.
Yeah, true. Yeah, when you have that much.
Yeah, unless I wear like a turtleneck or something that's like cut way up here.
Sure.
But I do wear a lot of V-necks, a lot of scoops.
Mm-hmm.
This is excessive. I don't usually show this much.
Sure. And again, I appreciate, and I'm sure our audience appreciates the more cleavage that we have, or that you have showing for us.